Hello, welcome to the queue for UK China turn number 3. And the tech rolls. Japan was active with a 6, and they used their tech, which is ATC. Russia was active with a 6. I think we all know what it is after Russia bought like 300 artillery in the last couple turns. The rest of us have to go on to the next round to roll dice for the tech. We do have one correction before I get to the British turn. Actually, two, I suppose. Here in Hong Kong, Panzer George had brought in this mech, I think was up here from Kangsu. But then from Kangsu as well, he brought in the bomber with 2 paratroopers. Well, you can only match the number of paratroopers to the number of land units. So in reality, he could only bring 1. So 1 infantry goes back to Kiangsu. All right, so that would actually be the battle, would be those 3 units against those 2. In round 1, Britain got a hit, so the infantry's gone. In round 2, Britain and Japan got a hit. So one of the British infantry is gone, and then Panzer George has elected to take that mech and save the tactical bomber, which is the right call. So off the board, Hong Kong comes from Japan, which isn't, well, I guess it's a victory point, but it's not a critical victory point in turn 3 because they'll take it on turn 4. So Hong Kong goes back to the British with 1 unit there. So this tactical landed there. The bomber that dropped off the paratrooper still goes up to Japan. So really the change is instead of there being 1 Japanese unit there, there's 1 British unit, and it's Britain. So 3 points up for Britain, 3 points down for Japan. The other one was a missed defensive roll here in the Philippines. So what they've decided is just to roll this 2, and if it hits, one of the Japanese comes off, and it didn't. So same result. So Philippines doesn't change. All right, so now on to the British turn. They had 47. They rolled a 4, leaving 43. So we're going to get 2 tanks, 1, 2, 3, 8 infantry for London. And then down in the Belgian Congo, we got another infantry artillery. And that is their purchase. They do have some combats. So we're going to load this transport here with this infantry artillery from eastern Iran and come over 1, 2 into 81. Go at Transjordan there. And our armor is going to drive from Iran across Iraq into there. All right, so our 3 planes with nothing else to do will all come in. One of them will use a target select, and one will be being boosted with the tank or the fighter up to a 4. So that is that attack. The other attack is up here. We're going up against the German Navy again, so a little nervous here. But we do have some ships we can throw at it. We've got this bomber coming out of London. He'll have a movement of 5 left. We've got 2 fighters coming out of London because of the air base. They'll each have a movement of 3 left. And then we have this fighter off the carrier, 1, 2, and he'll have a movement of 2 left. All right, so we're going to throw a destroyer out of 110, 1, 2, a destroyer out of 109, and we're going to throw in one of these cruisers out of 110, 1, 2, 3. All right, so 3 ships, 3 fighters, 1 bomber. There's 8 transports. Is that right? 8? 7, 8. Yeah, 8 transports and a cruiser. So that is our goal on our 2 attacks. So let's go down and do Iraq first. Not Iraq, Transjordan. So we've got a target select on the artillery. And we haven't hit a target select. We've been shot down by our anti-aircraft all the time, but we cannot hit on a 3 a target select. All right, so we have an infantry, artillery, tank, fighter, tactical boosted. So that's the remaining roll. 3 hits, which is all that's there, right? Yeah, 2 infantry and an artillery. So coming back at us is 3 twos. 2 hits. Unbelievable. All right, so obviously the Italians are gone. We'll lose the infantry artillery, leaving the tank alone to its fate. All right, so Italy will go down 1. Britain will go up 1. All right, we'll land the planes later. Let's go up and do our battle. There's no anti-aircraft, thank goodness. So we're going to use a cup here because we've got 3 fighters. 2 for the bomber. We got 2 destroyers, and we got a cruiser. All right. 3 hits. All right, so the cruiser has to go first, and then let's pull these out. 2 transports bite the dust. So that leaves a total of 6 transports left. All right, so defending is a 3 for the cruiser, and each pair of transports gets a 1 to it. So that will be 4 ones. Got it. It's just like anti-aircraft. I just don't grasp it. So we lose 2. We'll lose the 2 destroyers. Oh, man. This is just unreal. Unreal. All right. So let's go on. The bomber is done. He'll go back to London. So now we've got 4 threes. All right. And, right, 3 fighters and a cruiser. 3 hits. All right, so that means there is only 3. I don't know what I did with those chips. There's only 3. There's 1. Oh, there they are. 3 transports left. All right, so with there being 3 transports on this round, or 6 transports on this round, that is 3 dice. Nothing. All right, the final battle here, hopefully. We just need 2 hits to clear this. And, oh, come on. All right. So now there are, well, with 3 transports, there's only 1 dice back. Miss. All right, so we can roll this together. So we'll roll the 3 threes and the 1 for the transport. We got them. They didn't get any more. So, all right, that is that. I think that's the end of the battle. The German Navy is no more, so that cruiser goes there. All 3 fighters have a movement of 2 or 3 left. They'll just go 1, 2, and into London. It's getting quite hairy there in London. We've got a multinational defense force. Now, our ships in the channel, are we going to stay there or are we going to spread out? That is a good question. I think we'll stay where we're at. And yeah, we're gonna stay pat for now. And let's go to other non-coms, which would really, oh yeah, we're gonna evacuate Sudan. So we're gonna leave 1 infantry. Let's see if I have a sculpt over here. Yeah, there we go. He's an Indian sculpt from, but you get the picture. So 1 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 armor. We'll move into Kenya. And this transport will come out of 80, 1, 2 into 72. This cruiser, or this destroyer, will come out of 80 into 77. And 1, 2, 3. Now, it's half a dozen others, so we'll bring the destroyer from 80 into 72 as well. So the 3 planes will land here in Ethiopia, 2 tacticals and a fighter. So that will be 1, or they can go into the sea. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that is that. I think that's it for our British maneuvers. Oh, we did have 2 combats marked over here. Always good to mark your combats. From Hong Kong into Guangxi, and from Shan State into Yunnan. Sorry about getting that out of order. So China will go up 2. Japan will go down 2. We're just trying to make Japan fight back for its territories there. All right, I think that is it. Oh, yeah, we got a destroyer. It's marked as well, thank goodness. 1, 2, into Sea Zone 54 from 45. So he's joined the multinational fleet down here. All right, and there was a name for that fleet because it did fight over here in the Battle of the Java Sea in reality. They took a beating, though. The Japanese beat them pretty bad there. I think that's it. I think we don't have any more. Yeah, because Commonwealth is the next turn. All right, so let's place some units. Infantry, artillery go into Belgian Congo. And in London goes 8 infantry and 2 tanks. All right, so eight infantry. All right, so that brings us up to British infantry. 12 British infantry, 2 British tanks, 2 British artillery, 5 British anti-aircraft guns. Throw in 2 U.S. infantry, 5 UK or Commonwealth infantry. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 Commonwealth infantry, 1 Commonwealth tank, 2 French infantry, 1 French fighter, 3 British fighters, 1 British bomber, 1 U.S. bomber. And that is your rundown of that London there. So, all right, up next is our cash. We are at 33, so a lot less money this turn. There's 30, there's 2, 3. So, and our bonus will be 2, 4. So we get 4 more. So we'll have 37 for next turn to spend. Get rid of that. All right. Recap of other zones. Sea Zone 110 is 2 battleships, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, 1 transport, 1 carrier. Sea Zone 119 is a cruiser, Gibraltar mechanized. Belgian Congo, infantry, artillery. Kenya, infantry, artillery, armor. Sea Zone 72 is a destroyer and a transport. Transport in 81. Tank in Transjordan. Infantry in Iran. All right. Malaya, 2 infantry and an aircraft gun. Yunnan infantry, Guangxi infantry, and finally cruiser, battleship, destroyer in Sea Zone 54. All right. On to China. They have $5. They're going to buy an infantry and save $2. So let's put the $2 there. Didn't have any attacks planned. I was thinking of going into Charhar, but I think I'll stand pat for now. And we'll just leave it as is. We'll place our infantry and be good. We'll place our 1 infantry down here in Guangxi. All right. Collecting money for China. They are at 5, so they will have 7 for next turn. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. The only change for China is the 1 infantry in Guangxi. No change up in, I don't even know what territory that is. Is that Suyan? Yep, Suyan. All right, that's it for UK or UK China. Next up will be Italy, and then we'll see you again for the Commonwealth turn.